Welcome back, students. Let's continue understanding the poem on killing a tree. Let's first discuss the literary devices the poet has used here in this poem. You will all agree that he has used imagery in this poem. For example, out of its leprous hides, sprouting leaves. So, imagery used here is strong and it depicts the growth of the tree by consuming nutrients from the earth and absorbing sunlight, air, and water from nature. So, upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, and water, all these are examples of imagery. Then we find personification also here, bleeding bark. Now, bleeding bark is an example of personification. The tree is portrayed as a human being throughout the poem, and thus the part of the bark where it is wounded is represented as bleeding. And you will find alliteration, you will find enjambment here, and there is no particular rhyme scheme followed in this poem. So the poem is divided into four stanzas, and each stanza comprises varying lines, so is thus written in a free verse. Next comes our critical analysis of the poem. Now, we all know that the poet is talking about here. It depends, a graphic picture of total annihilation of a tree. Annihilation means completely destroying it. In the poem, the tree symbolizes nature. Modern man, out of his indiscriminate greed and selfishness, roots out nature and its very spirit. So man's greed is not quenched by the mere physical process of killing a tree. Man realizes that it is not easy to kill a tree because it has grown slowly, consuming the earth and absorbing water, air, and sunrise for years. So the mere act of hacking and chopping is not sufficient to kill a tree. The tree overcomes man's onslaught by branching off small stems, closing to the ground and resumes life and grows again to its former size. So, knowing a tree's power to come to life again, man decides to pull out the root of the tree. So like a butcher, he makes several cuts in the tree and cuts it down. So he then cuts it into several convenient pieces. Still, his greed is not quenched. So man is determined not to allow nature a second life. He makes, a deep cavity on the earth and roots out the tree, which uses anchored safety inside the earth. The earth has so far protected, and fed the tree like a mother. But the cruel man uproots this safety. After pulling the tree down, the man further subjects it to various processes of rendering it fit for commercial purposes. So he further tortures the tree by scorching and choking it in sun and air. And he also subjects the tree to various methods such as, browning and hardening. So with thus the total killing of the tree is complete. Man is, ensured that the tree has no second life, and then it is done, says the speaker triumphantly. So the poet describes man's cruelty to nature with bitter irony and detachment. But his own sympathy is with nature. The poem is telling commentary on one of the major environmental issues that encounters modern man. The theme in Greaves Patel's, eco-critical poem on killing a tree is, the notion or a clash between two different attitudes, saving and cutting a tree. The focus for this is environmental degradation. The poem is very short, but it slashes out scar in our minds. The ravages of modern industrial society are represented by the woodcutter. We think like of the cannibalizing its own guts and soon to destroy the living trees and home lives of our mother earth. It was such a human story. A similar process is going on in the countries in the world which are being mined for profit. Patel launches into a tirade against the practice in his own on his this poem on killing a tree, but in a tone of total irony. So cutting of trees is not simply cutting the branches or cutting its stem. Here it is, given a ceremonial entity. The branches and leaves will grow again. We need to cut out the root and dry it in the sun, so then it is destroyed. So here he endorses that it will take too much time to kill a tree. So the sarcastic tone is clear in view that cutting of trees need the same cruelty of a murderer. So woodcutter or simply the professional murderer of a tree may hack, cut or chop with repeated and regular blows and chop. But still, this alone will not do the job. The tree does not seem to feel any kind of pain because the bleeding bark seems to heal all the time. The trunk of the tree, from close to the ground, will produce curled green twigs that will rise from the miniature boughs. So, in contrast to this practice of ripping natural substances out of the ground, making them into something unnatural, and then returning the waste products to the earth is an indigestible form, all in the name of economic progress and profit. He presents the very different attitude that we have towards the earth. At first, the difference puzzles, the poet. He asks us to how it can be that a cutting a tree has remained productive for over 1,000 years, but human civilization is spending, destruction after only a period. So the difference, as the poet later learns, is that cutting a tree is no childish job, rather a heartless process of infanticide. Patel endorses us to respect the earth as a living being and seek with humility to maintain the ecological balance that the earth needs. And we should acknowledge that we do not own the earth but try to be responsible guests. I hope the central idea of the themes, there are so many themes in this poem. There is, we can see death here. The cutting down of trees is equated with death. Every time the poet talks of cutting down a tree, he is portraying as if we are killing it. So the death the poet incorporates in this poem is both natural as well as spiritual. And we all know he has mentioned deforestation. So we are doing deforestation in the name of economic growth or industrialization. But what are we doing to the earth? We are destroying the ecological balance that the earth needs. So it is extremely harmful to our ecosystem, and the imminent danger is felt throughout the poem. And pain, of course, absolutely, pain spins very visual tale of pain where the reader can almost feel the hacks made at a tree. The bleeding bark is the visual representation of the pain. So poet envisions the tree growing through. Yes, tone of the poem, we all know it is sarcasm. He has used sarcasm. Okay, so he has forced us to think through his imaginative description the vulnerability of human lives, both physical and spiritual, and how proper care of inner spirituality can keep one safe from harm. And he does this through a sarcastic diatribe. Diatribe means criticism against cutting down of trees, literal and metaphorical. So I hope I have made this form clear to you. So bye all of you, and try to attempt the reader exercises.